1207, the world's greatest peacemaking revolution has always been one word, unocracy.org. You are in full control of everything, including all leaders. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. 2026, March 22nd, Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Let's see how the audio works out. Pound 1207, pound, built by Keith. 2026, March 22nd, 8 p.m. Peachtree DeKalb Airport, Chamblee, Georgia, USA. This will go down in legacy history as the greatest summary in your history. It's so obvious Antichrist Robert D. Rose, then Duncan clan, Miss Bashama, Doug Duncan, filed 4 TPOs against me after they had defrauded and robbed me. Then, Robert D. Rose is the only person, and Doug Duncan, who had the capacity to convince individuals inside the Department of Justice, everywhere I went, that I must be killed, I must be silenced, I must be restrained, I must be kidnapped, I must be persecuted, I must be denied every one of your rights to be free will sovereign citizens of crime-free utopia, unocracy.org. See, the most fundamental common sense is godsconstitution.org, .com, solutionmanifesto.com.org. They're all tied together as one 22-page publication. Evote.one, real-time direct democracy at every level, 8 commandments. Article 2 is even simpler. It's the original 11 commandments. Number 3, very simple, is Human Bill of Rights, 19 line items, and article number 4 is just critical. It is world level peace treaties and trade agreements. In fact, it applies at the village and community level. Oh, we got a nice little Cirrus jet coming in right now. We've seen him quite often here. I think it's one of the lawyers. And the judicial system will be completely replaced, called Total Tort Reform by SolutionJudge.com. And it all boils down to DueProcessLaw.org. If someone accuses you of a crime, you have every right in 10 days, speedy trial. You have the right to face your accuser. You have the right to not be kidnapped and persecuted. And definitely, you'll no longer be required to die. Are these brutal words? Do you not understand the severity of DuncanClaim.org? It was the total destruction of your new world. It took 10 years to rebuild it. I had to be very quiet in the first couple of years because I had no assets left. $40 billion stolen by Sherry Duncan, 2 sons, then Brian Walker, and everybody else. You see, I never had a chance, never told, never asked, what is this all about? And Dr. Beth Pitts at Oak Grove United Methodist Church actually came to see me and say, can we buy you a post office box? Because I had a severe kidney stone, 6 millimeter, 3 weeks ago. Could have gone septic, I could have died. In fact, I could die right now. And if that happens, all my works from God will disappear. Again, in fact, I had total destruction of everything because everyone denied that I was the #1 world theologian, #1 Prince of Peace, #1 host mediator, #1 most humble inventor in American world history. Everything I've done is to anti-all crime technology educate you. To live as only village level. See, when Evote.one hits, it'll shut down the stock market. It'll identify every criminal in the entire world, automatic face recognition, biometrics, DNA testing, everything. Everyone's going to be registered in a single public international database, FOIA.1. You'll also have that same database schema at the community level, which means it's unhackable, solutionbankfraud.com. And the new banking system, because remember, cash is king, People always depend upon cash in order to buy and sell anything. Well, that goes away too. Unocracybank.org is K-credits and K-debits of KBitcoins.org. You see, if we don't simplify and replace all the precedent rulings, all the mad man-made laws by your efforts, then the lawmakers, they're known as lawbreakers. To break the basic fundamental human rights principles of never steal, never lie, never hide, and of course, never conspire. That is the Lucifer agenda, which is the worst of the worst of the worst, most evil monsters. Call them mafia. I call them criminal ruling elite, and you should also. So right now we're sitting at 5.5 minutes, and we put the screen up on the other side so we can add some documents later. In fact, we'll just switch back over to here to show that we really are at Peachtree DeKalb Airport. Control tower. None of this is AI. Oh my God. We're the group that created AI right here in Norcross, Georgia. In fact, it all goes back to 1976. You'll find that I'm losing 10,000 US dollars per day consulting at bidonkeith.com. The entire New World Crime-Free Utopia, unocracy.org, is generated by God's method. Mind mapping, which is Neuralink. 5steps.life spelled out, or you can use the word 5. In 5 steps, anyone in the world will now solve, resolve, reverse any problem they have. It's all based upon the tree model. If you don't have solid roots at the bottom, see if we can get the angle here, I will go back the other way. If you don't have solid roots of moral ethics, you don't have a strong tree. Is that not clear? All the technology I have gifted. So if I do disappear, if I'm killed by Robert D. Rose or other criminals, because criminals are going to be madder than hell that they've been exposed by their very own evidence. Not the victim's evidence, the criminal's evidence. How much clearer can that be? And that's called linked lists and pointers that we learned freshman year at NC State University. Had nothing to do with money for me. Still doesn't. Being the richest person in the world. Net value, not just $40 billion, it's actually around 3 to 4 trillion. And I'm laying claim to $350 trillion of pirated assets. While you remove, at individual level, you remove any person who violates your rights with solutionjudge.com using, of course, dueprocesslaw.org. So it's all legal, it's all peacefully. And of course, death row will put millions of criminals, hardened criminals that will not repent, will not confess their crimes. We'll put them on on death row. I'm holding my MacBook Air, which has all the information. I'm living out of a van, camper van, for the last 4 years. I've had an apartment or room and board for 3.5 years. We've got some aircraft coming in here. The entire basics is you decide everything about everyone else. Protect my life today. How much difficult can that be to contact me? See, I've already had everything listed. While everything was destroyed and resurrected, I have nothing to hide. That's called sinless. N2108L is actually turning around, getting ready to back up. Call us today. 9 minutes will be more than sufficient. Of Fortune1.org, the world's greatest group of multi-billionaires who give everything back as overseers over all governments, all corporations forever. And every government, every corporation will pay my corporation to embed my situation. So to embed everything I've ever done. Because you benefit as only the village community system of Gods1World.org. Very simple. This is John 15, the vines and the branches. That's 5steps.life. And very carefully, just simply see what verse 18 says. If the world hates me, keep in mind that it hated me first. I've been hated for 17 years because I've taken down the Antichrist Robert D. Rose and the Duncan claim and Miss Bashama, Wendell Carraway. 1207 on exactly February 26, 2026. This is the most prevalent, most watched, most demanding, commanding video of all time. Call us directly. Exactly, December 28th, 2025. This is number 1206. This describes the final solution, unocracy.org, at every respects. Notice that we're the only group of super wealthy people who actually solve problems and give everything away. And that's the value of all these diagrams that we put out. Listen closely and get us back on national news as quick as possible. Exactly. Sunday, December the 28th, 2025. Number 10106. Here's the most famous sign of all time. It's right there. Can you read it? It describes everything required to create a crime-free utopia. Unocracy.org. How is this so critically important? Every person in the world now becomes a peacemaking, problem-solving expert. You decide everything about everyone else. Absolute final summary is we, the people, pick every project and every leader in the world. Contact us and protect our lives today with no exception and actually be paid to be New World leaders today.